Hey everybody. So I'm back for another review of Real Housewives of Potomac. Sun's Out, Buns Out, Season 8, Episode 14. So before I start, if you're watching this, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. Um, yes, I'm gonna talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. I did watch the Wendy Williams thing on Lifetime. I'll just say this. I was never a fan of Wendy Williams. I always found her style very abrasive, insensitive. It wasn't really funny to me. I just always thought she was like just mean and nasty and nosy. Um, the first night, I honestly watched it and was like, okay, I thought this was going to be much worse than it was. The second night, it just got progressively sad. And I'm not saying, oh, I don't like Wendy. I mean, I don't, but not for the reasons, not because I'm happy to see her health decline. And it just got really sad. I will tell you the scariest part about this is who the fuck is Wells Fargo to hold up anybody's money and to get involved and say there's foul play or there are people influencing her. Who the fuck are you? It was given real white people can take anything black people have at any point in time. It was giving real white man racist over banks. Negro will take your money and she has to come back from Miami because we need her for the show. Let's clean her up to put her on TV so we can use her. It was giving real slave master energy, and I'm not here for that shit. And that shit got my fucking blood boiling because I know it. And even to take her line, but this is one thing that I say all the time: if it can happen to one person, it can happen to you. And that to me, it ain't reading right. It ain't reading right that people who are not her family were able to get a guardianship. Even when I saw her with her family, she looked better. She wasn't popping off, are you stupid? And this, that, and the other with her father and her brother the same way. She wasn't doing that shit. Her Alzheimer's wasn't that fucking bad. Let me tell you something. Get that woman her shit back. Period. Period. You can have Alzheimer's and you don't still need no goddamn guardian over your fucking money. And before she was diagnosed with it, y'all was taking her shit. This is some bullshit. Who the fuck is the bank? The bank is there to be a servicer to the customer. You don't have a bank without customers. The fuck out of here. That shit done pissed me the fuck off. Anyway, okay, Real Housewives of Potomac. This shit was whack. That's why I didn't mind mentioning the Wendy Williams thing. I'm so over this fucking season. Y'all need to either revamp or just get pulled off like the DC chicks. Anyway, so Candace leaves because of that bullshit Giselle was pulling. Naneka is under the impression that Giselle was concerned because Karen tried to read her house. Bitch, let me tell you something right now. You a dumb hoe. I didn't try to give you benefit of the doubt, but bitch, you next. Because I know you had to fucking watch this show. And if you think for a second Giselle is anybody's goddamn friend and yours, of all people's, trust and believe you are not. She ain't checking for you. All right? So you want to say this title is for the elderly Naneka. That's why you should have been like, bye, bitch. Fuck Giselle. She ain't your friend. So Wendy looks around and says, where's Candace? She's the one. Wendy's sitting there laughing and congratulating Naneka and her fake ass crown. Wendy, you're a weak bitch. And I'm going to tell you why. You don't even like Naneka. And the person doing it, Giselle, was spreading cheating rumors about your husband. You should have walked away like Candace. And even if you didn't, that shit wouldn't have been funny. I would have sat there with a hard, cold, stone face to make every motherfucker around me uncomfortable just because of the shit you fucking did. Anyway, Karen called Giselle out and says, well, you don't even live in Potomac, so don't even go there with me. And she was like, you live in Bethesda. That is a different part of Maryland. Giselle, I own my house. No, bitch. You are paying a $9 million mortgage on a tear down. In the words of Candace. A $9 million, that shit was raggedy as fuck. And then you had to pay to rejuvenate that bitch. That was $9 million for that raggedy ass foreclosed shit. You got had. You got took. You were hoodwinked, bitch. And it pissed me off because you can tell Giselle, Ashley, and Robin were doing it in hopes of making Karen upset. And that's the evil part of them. That's why I don't like. It's just so. It's beyond bitchy. It's beyond bitchy. So anyway, they're doing night golf. Robin's pulling up acting shock. Night golf. Oh, we're doing it. Bitch, didn't you plan this shit, you dumb hoe? Anyway, so Giselle is like the loser. It should have to tongue kiss the winner. Let me tell y'all something. I don't think Giselle's straight. I don't. And that wouldn't even, it's not even meant to be a read in a sense. But I'm saying that because she always want to go in on other people and their fucking lifestyles. So Giselle, they were like, oh yeah, you must have your man on your mind. Who? I know you ain't talking about that fake ass chef she had down there. Giselle is claiming, well, look, we're not exclusive. Bitch, I know. You're exclusively by yourself. The fuck out of here. And y'all are not in a real relationship. I don't believe it. We don't believe it. I don't see it for you. Okay? And Giselle is talking about, oh, no, I don't want to see him because I think Wendy or one of them asked, if you saw him on social media with another girl with their boy, she was like, no, we already talked about that, this and the other. Yes, I'm sure you have for your contractual obligation. We know you paying him to not be on social media. Like, men don't hide women out of their life on social media. Anyway, girl, bye. So, Karen checked in on Candace and said, I saw you walk away when they were doing a little thing. And Candace tells her why. And Karen points out, look, Giselle has nothing going. And she was dead serious. And that to me sometimes is what makes it funnier when people say stuff like that and they're serious. Giselle has nothing going for her. And that's why she takes shot. And Candace said, and we know this. And her title is Raggedy Head Ass Bitch. Something like that. But it works for me, girl. Anyway, so the other girl whose name I can't remember, Keisha. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The other girl whose name I just can't remember. Said she didn't want to mess up the trip by talking about how sick she was. I respect that. Because that will get on people's nerves, even if you had legitimate reason to be concerned. She thanked Karen for her. Yeah, anyway. But she said she expected them to check on her. I don't think that's a big expectation. But you know how people get when they're in front of that camera, child. That's it. Anyway, so they go to dinner. Keisha, Kiana, y'all know what I'm talking about. She thanked Giselle for checking on her. We don't care. All right. And then Giselle thanks Karen for her advice because Karen had said to her when she told her that she was going to be crying and stuff. And she said, well, when I was crying at my son's graduation, my mom pointed out to me that you're missing your son's moment by making it about you. And Giselle said that Grace graduated on Monday. The fact that she said that, and I'm sure I mentioned this last week, made it clear to me that it was probably the same week that she's in the Dominican Republic after her daughter graduated. And then she said Grace is leaving Tuesday. I said, bitch, what the fuck are you doing on vacation in? I don't give a shit that that girl is technically grown. Okay, fuck this show. Jamal got the tuition. So don't play with me. Don't. Okay? And some things ain't worth it. You need to be at home with your girls. You should be spending as much time as possible with her. You ain't that goddamn sad. The fuck out of here. So Mia asked if she have concerns with her daughter going to school in Florida. I would. But while this conversation is going on, Candace and Wendy keep making eye contact with each other. Like they know something that we don't. And you can tell Giselle felt it at the table because I saw her gulp. And let me tell you something. Good for your ass. You do that shit all the fucking time. Fuck you. And miss me with that. She was talking about their kid. No, they weren't. They're talking about you. They're fucking with you, Giselle. Okay? So Giselle said her advice for Grace is to stay on campus. Good luck with that. Because we all know FAMU is in Tallahassee. Anyway, she gonna need something to do. Because we all know idle mind is the devil's workshop. So she said her daughter is very street savvy and won't get caught up into something crazy. Giselle, bitch, come to the motherfucking carpet. Because let me tell you something. Your daughter is street savvy. Your daughter who's in Jack and Jill. Your daughter who went to a white private school. Bitch, get the entire fuck out of here. Just stop. Just stop. Just stop with the bullshit. Okay? So Robin's coochie eating ass got the nerve to be sitting in the confessional and say, I know that they don't like her, but we're not talking about her. We're talking about her daughter. Bitch, they don't owe her shit. Candace and Wendy don't owe her a goddamn thing. Was Giselle thinking about Candace's bonus children when she lied on Chris? No. Was she thinking about Wendy's kids when she was saying Eddie was cheating and these were all the rumors in the street and everything else? Was she thinking about Karen's kids when she was mocking their tax issues and knew their kids were stressed out? Because I remember Raven crying, talking about she wanted to help her or whatever, and then they leaving pizza on the front door and shit. Wild shit. Fuck you, ugly ass hoe. Anyway, so Wendy brings up that Florida is a crazy place, and it is. Where they're killing black and brown people and justifying it with stand your ground laws. Okay, Wendy, yes. And Florida is crazy. And so is Texas, because they have these wild, brazenly racist laws designed for black people specifically. Okay? Brown people don't get killed the same way black people do. Okay? So we're not going to play that. However, that being said, what we're not going to do, and I'm saying this as a person from Georgia who's now a New Yorker, sort of, I'm a plant, but you get what I mean. Okay, what we're not going to do is act like Eric Garner wasn't murdered in the streets of New York with police bare hands. We're not going to act like that didn't happen. We're not going to act like Mike Brown wasn't killed in the streets of Ferguson, Missouri. We're not going to pretend like George Floyd was not murdered in Minnesota. Rakia Boy in Detroit. Corinne Gaines in Baltimore. We're not going to do that. Okay, because honestly, black people really ain't safe nowhere. And that overproduction, the cameras showing black people getting killed seems to only embolden white people to feel like they can do whatever the fuck they want to do with us without consequence. In the words of Malcolm X, there's no such thing as the South. It's only south of Canada for us, okay? Check. Anyway, Giselle is saying that her kid wanted to go to an HBCU. She said she graduated from an HBCU. Giselle, you are not a selling point for anybody's organization, group, school, friend group. You're not a selling point. I wouldn't push that if I was you. And I'm tired of seeing that little ugly picture of her. Anyway, so Karen starts telling Naneka that everybody wants to see everybody win in this group. Karen, ma'am, first of all, we already know that ain't true. Y'all always sitting around rooting for each other's downfall, only to be followed up with the fuck shit from Giselle. So then Giselle brings up how Karen said Mia was screwing a rapper and this, that, and the other. First of all, Giselle, why is this your fucking business? How many seasons are y'all gonna let Giselle get away with showing her fucking ass? Giselle and Robin are not like a duo to be reckoned with. The only reason why they have that much power is because nobody seems to want to like gang up and get rid of these bitches. Because let me tell you something. When I tell you I could fucking hurt Giselle's feelings, crush that bitch, I'd fucking crush that hoe. And everybody I feel like still wants to be, except for Karen. Karen's the one that will hold her fucking own with Giselle. Okay? And Karen just says, well, she's screwing somebody who isn't Gordon. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, he's just not a rapper, as she said in the confessional. So I don't care. And Mia is a liar, okay, and a whore, all right? She has school-age children, and every time we see her, she is dressed in Fashion Nova stripper dresses. I don't care what story she makes up. We already know what kind of chick Mia is, okay, period. So Robin, Giselle, and Ashley are into it. Like, they're just eating it up at the table. Because these bitches are in sexless relationships and they're bored and they're miserable. And it shows. Okay, so Mia pretends to be Karen's slave because she brings up that Karen said, I brought you in this group or whatever. Yeah, and it's probably because nobody else wanted to introduce you to the show, Mia. And Giselle's like, that's not real friendship. Giselle don't know what real friendship is. That's why she had that sit down with Ashley and what's her name? I was gonna say Chanel, Charisse, in front of Robin about Juan. She wanted to embarrass her on TV. If you were really her friend, you would have set her ass down in your own living room and had a talk with her and told some of your business so you could help her get out of a bad situation if that's what you really thought. Anyway, so Giselle keeps trying to stir up tension between Mia and Karen. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, Giselle, you up here saying you're not talking to Wendy or Candace because they were making faces last night. Bitch, you start that kind of shit all the time. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun, is it? Anyway, and you got the nerve to be offended, you fucking twat. Get out of here. And they don't owe you a damn thing. So Robin is starting this game called Answer the Damn Question. Robin, for somebody who hasn't told the truth this whole fucking season and the last 3 seasons, I don't even understand how you were bold enough to even come up with such a game. And your fake ghetto accent is offensive to us black people. Yes, I said us black people. Anyway. Anyway, so you had the nerve to be ugly. And yes, I'm talking to you, Robin. Weak and a fake ass bitch. I wish you would pick a struggle. Anyway, so Robin says Juan has a fetish to see her have sex with another person. She was like, but he doesn't think I would go for a girl, so I'm sure he'd be okay with just looking at me have a guy. Robin. You are just wild with your lies. Like, you're just wild. Like, this is, like, in whose world are we supposed to believe this? And to believe that you wouldn't go for a girl? Okay then, girl. Okay. Karen says Juan's fantasies don't surprise her about threesomes. She said they just don't include Robin. Yes, Karen. So Mia has asked about what rapper she slept with. Mia says, I'm not telling y'all anything, this, that, and the other. Instead of her reaction being, I didn't sleep with a rapper. So essentially, she confirmed for us that she's been sleeping with other people. Mia, this is why I can't get enough energy to be mad at Mia. Mia is too stupid. She's too stupid, forgetful. She lacks tact, strategy, skill for me to get worked up because it's not worth it. It's not what she tells on herself. Anyway, Naneka said, they asked her who she was sleeping with. She said she would screw Juan and then she would save Eddie and give him his freedom. Okay, that's lame at this point. Anyway, PSA, Giselle. A Prada hat is not fly and classy simply because it has the word Prada on it. You look like a goddamn mess in that fake ass straw hat. And y'all on here advertising for these luxury brand people. I hope they're paying y'all. I know they're not, but I hope they're paying y'all. Because y'all putting money in all these rich white people's pockets. Y'all already doing that by having this show on Bravo. Anyway, so Ashley started talking about her sex life. And says why she was quiet about it because she's still married to Michael. She doesn't really think it's appropriate. And Mia said, is it because Michael is still taking care of you? Is that why you're still married to him? But it was Karen's shade for me. Karen said, I hope that's at least half the reason. I said, well, I be damn. This is another one. Ashley's another one that needs to get squashed. Y'all need to get some real chicks on here. Somebody who will go toe to motherfucking toe with Ashley and Giselle. Because let me tell you something. Giselle's a coward. Giselle has to stir up shit to get people mad at other people. So when she goes off, there'll be people in her corner. Giselle's full of shit. Giselle been doing that sorority girl shit her whole fucking life. Okay? She's a catty bitch. Ashley started, yeah, we got that. So then Mia says that she had more money than Gordon when they met. And she has more money than him now. Mia's a liar. You up here talking about you had more cash. Yes, bitch, because you were stripping. I bet you did have a whole lot of money in your house. Anyway, and Wendy was like, that's not what you told us. You told us he was spending like $10,000 a night on you. And she was like, well, I'm not saying this and that. She was like, you told us that. Yes, Wendy, she did. You were right. But you arguing with a fucking idiot. So, Ashley, please don't sing again. It was giving real Tia Tamara, like, 3rd season, high school talent show. I wasn't feeling it. Ashley, you can sing with like a high school troubadours group, but nothing more, but plenty less. How about that? So Mia, how are you, not Mia, Naneka, how are you a pick-me in a female friend group? Like, you find a way to say something positive and it's really forced about everybody and it's bullshit. So Robin, except for like, you know, Karen, when it's convenient to pick on her. Karen ain't the only one who played you in this group. So Robin brought up Wendy and Candace looking at Giselle and laughing. So what? They really act like they are 12 and just starting their periods. Like, I don't understand. Y'all are some dumb ass twats. I cannot. AKAs, Alpha Kappa Alpha, y'all can also come to the floor. Y'all need to have a caucus, a lemon squeeze, whatever the fuck y'all do in those sororities. Because Wendy and Giselle fighting on TV is not the look. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I have to say about this episode, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.